Now then, so back on with 990. Just gonna start honing it out. So started doing it first one. I'll get a bit of a light on job. So it's just to make that surface not too smooth, obviously, because if it's too smooth it won't allow oil to be in the bore for lubrication. See how that's got like a shine to it, so don't really want it too smooth. Want it to be a bit roughened, but obviously no lips or anything like that. But the bores weren't too bad, like there weren't there were no like marking on them, like letting any back pressure down there. Weren't too bad. I think it was more the head than anything else. But yeah, so we'll crack on and get these 3 bores done. So now this is a bit better. So I don't know if you can just see. It's got like a bit of like a crosshatch to it. So the sort of lines go up and down, crossing each other, just to let oil sit there, keep it lubricated. Yeah, you can actually sit it there. Yeah, so just try and pop these out. Just like that. And these are the new ones. Should probably open it the other way, probably been easier. And then they've got like a little groove for it to sit into there. So yeah, when I'm putting these back in, I'm making sure that all the numbers are back towards each other, just how they came out. Simples. Don't really, because they are all like machined and weighted to go in a certain way. Gotta think of it like a pendulum. If it's out of balance, won't run right. There we go. Right, we'll put these in. So finished doing the bores. Started putting pistons in. Just got this tool, swish the rings, and then just push it in. It's not. I quite like this actually, because you can hold it, let it go, hold it, let it go, rather than something that you twist all the way on and then you can't push the piston through. So it is. I did quite like that, rather than the sort of big one that hooks all the way around it. So I'm gonna do number 1 and then number 4 first, only because it's sort of easier to get to, because it's all the way at the bottom. So when I'm torquing down the bolts, it's just easy. So I'll do 1, 4, and then 2 and 3, and then yeah, put the head back on. So yeah, now I'm just going to use the ring compressor to pop it in. Make sure it's fully to the bottom. I've got sort of one that's just a little bit too small. It just makes it a bit easy to push on. The one that's sort of for this size, it sort of doesn't squeeze it enough, so bit slack. You just see it there now. Try and pull it down. There she goes. She's in. Nice job. See, cylinder edge at the bottom. So, number 1 in, torque down, 50 foot-pounds torque on there. So, not over tight, they're not really massive. Don't really want to strip them top ends off. Be a bad do. So that's number 4 in. So let's torque wrench on. We can do it upside down. So they're all torqued up to spec. 50 foot-pounds. I just had to move it round. Just this oil pipe here, just getting in the way. So I just turn the crank at the front, just move it out the way of that pipe. But then now I'll move the crank so it's at the bottom. Probably just further over this side because that oil pipe will get in the way again there. So yeah, just move this crank over and then get 2 and 3 in. So that's all the pistons in, torque down. Aren't they shiny? Yeah, so crack on and get head on. So that's the head gasket popped on. Just made sure, like, all the holes, main hole for head. Just make sure it's the right way around and not upside down like I was going to put on the first time. So popped head back on. I just got it rested on the top, jumped up on there, hand in the back, hand in the front, and then just lining. Then I can look down, see where big studs are, and then just position it on, and then just ease it down gently. So not too bad. It's had everything done. It's a full reconditioned head. It's had a big sucked out and new valves, new springs, reseated, skimmed, the lot. So that's how it runs after this. Hopefully don't it's not chuffing like it were before. So all the head bolts are in. I'll just I've got the service manual here, so I'll do it, each one properly, get it down right, and then I'll torque them all down. So I've got the head all torqued down. I'll probably just let it sit and then just go around it with torque wrench and make sure it's down tight. So I'm just putting these push rods in, and to know if they're in or out. Well, that's in. That was a good first go. But if they're out, they won't do like a full turn. So if you see, it's not touching on that side, so that's not in. So you just gotta have a feel about, and then if it'll do a full circle touching the side, that means it's in. So that's in. So that's the end of part 2. Make sure to like the video, and if you fancy watching some more, make sure to subscribe. Thank you.